This week we're making our sweet and spicy chicken paired with broccoli and rice. This is a great meal prep option, taking around 20 minutes and using only one pan, with each serving coming in at 38 grams of protein, 33 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat for a total of 381 calories. With simple ingredients being covered with an amazing sauce, with this meal it's easy on the wallet, quick on the time and macro friendly for the gym. I've added the recipe and ingredients below, now let's get into it. To start off, let's get the rice on. The recipe calls for 2 cups of rice and I just use a standard rice cooker. It's just easier for me. However, you can go stovetop, which is more than fine. Once you've got the rice on, just let it do its thing and you can let it go. Now moving on, let's create our sweet and spicy sauce. So to start, we need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, any olive oil will do. A 1/4 cup of sweet chili sauce. And be careful here, you want to check those sugars as some can add unwanted calories. 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey, depending how sweet you want your sauce. And when it comes to the honey, I found that more runny the better. I'm not quite sure how the runniness is actually measured, but I had a nightmare getting it off the spoon. 2 to 3 spoons of Sriracha sauce. This purely depends on your spice preference. I personally like it on the spicy side, my partner doesn't, up to you. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just normal sodium reduced, you don't want to use the dark sauce here. Followed by a quick clean up of the prep platform. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Be careful here because this can add a lot of calories. And 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. The recipe doesn't call for ground garlic, but you can add it as well. And now we mix the sauce together. And I would recommend using a bigger bowl. This one I used for a YouTube video because I thought it looked better, but it did cause a bit of a pain. And once done, we can put that sauce to the side till we need it again. Now the recipe calls for 12 ounces of broccoli cut into bite-sized pieces. I estimate this to be about a head of broccoli. What to remember as well is that broccoli is called for in the recipe, but this can be substituted for other greens. It could be snap peas, it could be edamame beans, whatever you choose and whatever you like. And lastly is the pound of chicken. I buy this pre-minced, but you can do this yourself with chicken breast. Now that the prep is done, let's move on to the cooking. Heat half a tablespoon of olive oil in a large pan over a medium to high heat. The recipe calls for olive oil, however if you fancy a bit more spice, this can be substituted with chili oil. Now you want to add the broccoli and leave this untouched for 1 to 2 minutes to develop some browning on one side. This allows it to gain some texture before adding in the sauce. Now stir and continue cooking the broccoli until it turns a dark green. This takes about 3 to 4 minutes. Once done, transfer this to a plate and set aside. Now that the broccoli is done, it's time for the chicken. Add half a tablespoon of olive oil to the pan and then add in the minced meat. Now before breaking apart, you want to brown both sides of the chicken. There's a scientific reason for why we do this, but in short, it just makes the chicken taste better. So allow a minute for each side on the browning and then start to break this up. Keep breaking this up and moving it around the pan. This allows for the chicken to be fully cooked while also preventing it from burning. Once the chicken is fully cooked through, we can then add in the sauce. Adding in the sauce is pretty straightforward. However, you do need to be careful not to burn the sugars that are in the honey or the sweet chili sauce. So keep moving that chicken and sauce around, making sure that it's all mixed in and preventing it from burning. Once this is fully mixed in, add back in the broccoli and mix it all together. Give this another minute or so and then you're ready for packaging. And now it's time to package up your meal prep for the week. This recipe makes 4 servings, therefore you'll need 4 plastic or glass containers, either is fine. Now when it comes to dishing out the meal into 4 servings, I personally don't use scales. I just dish out what looks like an even amount across all 4 containers. Yes, this may mean one container has more than the other, but this will average out over the week. Once everything is being dished out, let the meals cool a bit before putting them away. And once they're in the fridge, these will have a lifespan of around 4 to 5 days, so you're set for the week. And this brings us to the end of the video. I've added the recipe and ingredients below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and if you make the meal, send me a photo. As always, enjoy, and see you next time, team.